It's a three-fer from Robert Mason, from the End Machine to the Lynch Mob there to the Big Cock. Very talented singer, very nice guy. Just, you know Robert a little bit, don't you, Chris?
I do. I like Robert a lot. He's good people.
Remember when Big Cock, Dave Henzerling, and Robert Mason teamed up and they put out those 3 releases basically in 3 years in a row?
You mean those 3 great releases?
They were great releases. The funny thing is, and this is one of the more prouder moments of the CMS, those guys gravitated toward us.
Yeah, they did.
As their outlet to advertise or at least get the word out about this.
They went to the Classic Metal Show to share their big cock.
They did. but they realized that our humor and our audience would appreciate that the most.
Yeah.
And those guys did a takeover show.
They did.
And when they had new material out, it was amazing how quickly they churned out 3 records.
They did. Mm-hmm.
And then, it was sort of like a pet project. I think Robert and Dave were both in between gigs per se.
Right.
And this was just before Robert got the Warrant gig.
Right.
And he was out of Lynch Mob, and Dave Henzerling, of course, he was part of King Cobra.
Right.
What was his name in King Cobra? Something Phillips? Dave Phillips?
Anthony Michael Phillips or something.
Yeah, something like that. And they were kind of in between projects. They were neighbors there in Arizona, Scottsdale, Arizona.
Right.
And they just worked together, and they wrote and churned out some funny songs before Steel Panther. And
I'll argue all day long, better than Steel Panther.
Oh, absolutely. But see, they didn't do a parody of their music. Their music was all original.
Yeah, it was all original, and the songs were good, and they went more double entendre than
straight out.
Blatant.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it. I love, a lot of those. Really, there's not a bad song on those 3 discs.
And they were quality. I mean, they were just straight up in your face, just kick-ass songs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I loved me some Big Cock, as they used to say.
Right. Well, if you haven't heard of them, and if you can find them online somewhere, I recommend they have 3 CDs out. There's a self-titled Big Cock, and then they have Mother Lode, and then the Year of the Cock. Those are the 3 discs out there.
Looking right now. There's bands. Oh, Big Cock is not on YouTube. Not on YouTube Music, anyway. It's got to be on YouTube. YouTube. God, that's what I'm going to get when I search for Big Cock.
Yeah.
Which was always the problem.
Yeah, of course. But they realized that, it was not going to have mass appeal, and it would appeal to people who get the joke. Mm-hmm. And it was just a pet project for those guys. They just did it for fun and shits and giggles, as it were.
Yeah, they're all out on YouTube.
Okay.
Big Cock, Mother Lode, and Big Cock, Year of the Cock. All are on YouTube.
Yeah.
So
just a lot of funny lyrics.
Mm-hmm. And if you want to save yourself the hassle of having a Big Cock show up, a Big Cock band. Not because I made the mistake of just searching Big Cock and immediately. First picture on YouTube is some guy with a fucking 14-inch heart on.
Of course.
Oh, good, thanks. I'm glad you shared that with me. Anyway, so what are we talking about now?
Well, here's where we are as a society.
Okay.
This having to atone for this perceived slights or sins of the past years later, it only seems to apply to certain people.
Okay.
Now, the governor of Virginia basically came out and admitted that during his college years back in the early 80s, he dressed up at Blackface for party.
Sure.
He's a Democrat. Did he have to resign?
It's acceptable then, dude.
Nope. Didn't have to resign.
Of course not. It's acceptable.
Yeah. Well, his lieutenant governor is accused, and there's credible evidence that he sexually assaulted a woman. Did he have to resign? Nope.
No.
If you're a Democrat, you can get away with those things. It's perfectly acceptable.
Of course.
If you're a conservative or a Republican and you are caught up in the exact same thing, you have to resign immediately. Because obviously you're a racist.
Let me just make this easy for you. If you want to be a racist, just switch parties.
Exactly.
Just be a Democrat, then you can be as racist as you want.
Of course. Or you have an excuse for it. You're excused for your behavior.
You could be a white guy and pretend you're a black guy, and they accept you. Look at that Sean King guy.
Exactly.
That guy's more white than me or you, and he's accepted as a black man.
Of course. Well, here's why I brought this up. A campus police officer got fired over an old photo of him wearing blackface for dressing up as Flava Flav.
Okay. How old?
Well, let's find out.
All right.
Authorities at the University of Missouri fired a campus police officer after a photo of him wearing blackface emerged. Now, when did this become a fireable offense of something that you may have done 20 or 30 years ago?
When people let it be.
That's my point. It's like, so here's a guy, he shows up to work every day, and I don't know this to be fact. I'm just painting a picture here. So he shows up to work every day. He does his job, punches in, punches out, does what's expected of him. And then somewhere, somebody digs up an old photo from his high school days and says, look at what this guy did. And they go, okay, you're fired because you did this in high school.
Right.
I don't get that.
Well, dude, it's because people let it happen. You gotta step in on this shit and just say no, fuck you. Not stopping, not quitting, not even apologizing.
Right.
Said this over and over and over again. The apology is the fucking give.
It is.
You can never apologize. Even if you did something wrong anymore, you can't apologize for it. If you fucking get drunk and go crash your car into some fucking school bus and kill 15 kids, you got to come out the bus or come out the car and say, you know what, I'm glad I did it. You can't apologize.
And hopefully you were playing some Motley Crue music to crash your car by.
That's right. Hopefully.
That'll be an excuse. Well, Nikki Sixx said it was fine, and he's apologetic for everything he did in the past, so.
Yeah, Vince is out of jail, so why shouldn't I be?
Yeah, pal.
Pal, fuck you.
Yeah. The photo shows Marcus Collins of the MU Police Department wearing blackface as part of a costume of rapper Flava Flav.
Yeah.
It was taken before Collins started working for the department. The image, which was reportedly haired, H-A-R-E-D. Is that a word?
H-A-R-E-D. I don't know that word.
Reportedly haired on social media, was sent to MU on Tuesday morning. When confronted with the photo, Collins admitted, yeah, that was me. And hours later, he was terminated.
Haired, by the way, is run with great speed.
Okay.
So they ran it on social media as fast as they could, I guess.
That's a weird term.
Yeah, it's some fucking douchey writer trying to be smart.
I guess. This type of behavior is not tolerated.
Shut up. Shut the fuck. All right, here's the question. If this guy would have worn every bit of the same Flava Flav getup, the big suit, the
big clock around his neck.
The sideways baseball
cap.
And the white Adidas suit.
Some fake gold teeth.
Yeah, fake gold teeth, but didn't do blackface. They'd still say he's racist.
Right.
They would still say he's racist.
Yeah, because he's appropriating somebody else's culture.
Yeah. And you're only allowed to do that if you're not white.
Exactly.
Come on. This is dumb.
It is. This type of behavior is not tolerated at Mizzou, and we understand how this impacts our entire community profoundly.
Oh, yeah? How did it? Which guys jumped off the bridge because of this picture of this guy with his Flava Flav fucking blackface on?
Right.
And of those that did jump off the bridge, which ones did you need anyway? Because they were too weak to fucking survive life. Ugh, God.
Here we go.
You know my fucking ankle hurts, so you just want to make me even fucking suffer more tonight, Neely? Jesus Christ.
Well, here's all the buzzwords.
All right, good.
Racism, hate, and insensitive behavior have no place on our campus.
Good. Glad to hear it.
So by this guy dressing up and looking like Flava Flav as a personality, does this represent racism, hate, and insensitive behavior?
Yeah.
I mean, does it?
What if a black student dressed exactly the same? Acceptable?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
What if a Mexican did?
No, absolutely not.
If a Mexican did, then it would be a problem?
Apparently so. We are committed to our values of respect, responsibility, discovery, and excellence, and to making our campus a place where everyone feels welcome and protected. Did you see that guy with that big clock around his neck? I feel very unsafe with him wielding a nightstick.
Oh my God, are you the guy from PE? Fuck, do I feel unwelcome here.
Huh?
Jesus Christ, you fucking fags.
Bassey confirmed that Collins started working for the MUPD in January of 2018 and said that he was treated just as any other university employee would be when dealing with such a transgression. A transgression?
Transgression, yes.
He did.
I would think that they would support him doing Flava Flav because God knows Public Enemy did not like white people. Fear of a Black Planet?
Right.
What do you think that's about?
This transgression.
And what was the one album, Enemy 1991, The Enemy Strikes Black?
Yeah.
They did not like white people. You'd think a white guy dressing up as Flava Flav would be considered,
raising their profile and making them more acceptable.
You'd think that they get the message.
Yeah.
You would think. PC in the chat room. That's fucking funny. If I wear a pirate's hat, does that make me Chuck D? Very good. Very good line.
The personal conduct at all times of any employees of the university shall be such a nature as not to bring discredit upon the institution. This guy didn't do anything while he was working for you.
Yeah, he did it before he started.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Conduct contrary to this policy will result in the termination of such employees' connection with the university.
That's good.
Stephen Graves, director of the undergraduate studies at the MU Black Studies Department. Now, why do they have a separate department for that?
And who's the head of the White Studies Department?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know. Who leads that department, the White Studies Department?
A white supremacist, obviously.
A Klan member.
Of course.
Daniel Carver.
Exactly. Wake up, white people.
Wake up, white people.
White people are dressing like black people. And they're wearing big clocks around their neck like idiots.
What are they doing?
He told the Columbia Daily Tribune he questioned whether the university knew the whole story when it made an informal decision to terminate Collins. He suggested that they should have first conducted a more thorough investigation and let the officer tell his side of the story first.
Yeah.
This is
Officer, why were you doing these things that are against our policy before you worked here?
Yeah.
Explain yourself,
You
sir.
should have known you were going to apply for a job here 30 years ago when Flava Flav was still popular.
You did not disclose your racist activity on your resume, sir.
This is an outrage, sir.
This is terrible. You didn't seem to mark that you were a racist in any of the boxes on your application.
And if there wasn't a box there, you should have drew one in and indicated, I'm a racist.
We're changing our application to include the question, have you ever worn blackface?
Right. And that wouldn't surprise me.
And it'll say in parentheses, white people only.
Right.
Idiots.
Anytime you have gotten a photo by 9 a.m. and by 11:30 that person is fired, it had to have been a hell of a conversation, he said.
I'd say that's viral.
Yeah. Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Yeah, no shit. Wow.
I think you do society a disservice when you don't allow a conversation and the police officer involved was allowed to explain himself.
Well, you know, at least it's in an industry where there's no shortage of people.
Right.
The police, Jesus Christ, are you kidding me?
That person needs to step in front of the camera and explain his behavior.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. What he needs to do is sue Mizzou.
Yeah, and the who, what, where, why, and when.
I mean, honestly, this guy really probably has a case to sue Mizzou.
Yeah, it's just like dumb.
This is what it's getting to the point that this is how you have to combat it, is to sue. You know, and this guy should sue because he didn't violate any fucking personal conduct. From the day he started until they fired him, he did not violate any personal conduct code.
No, not at all.
So he should sue for fucking improper termination.
Well, this is why Nikki Sixx is doing all this backpedaling on his behavior. Because he knows with the spotlight shown on this Motley Crue movie, people are going to start questioning, well, Nikki fucked some chicks. Nikki disrespected women. Nikki was, accused of rape. And he's like, I don't know how that got in the book. I never did that. We were very respectful of women.
You were.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, there's already a story in the LA Times about that, dude.
Of course.
Motley Crue biopic The Dirt, as vapid and sexist as the band in its heyday.
Right. Now you have to atone for the sins of the past.
How dare you be chasing pussy back when that was allowed?
Yeah, now your chickens have come to roost, pal. What do you got to say for yourself?
We're not listening to your music anymore. Not that anybody was anyway. You're banned from the strip club scene.
Yeah, pal.
We're going to listen to Nickelback in the strip club because they're neutral.
Yeah.
And we're going to have some transgender strippers, too. Some tranny stripping.
Yeah.
When they take off their clothes, you don't know if you're going to see a pussy or a dick.
Yeah, there's going to be some dangling wangs in this joint, pal. I can tell you that right now.
And we're not going to tell you when and how. They're just going to come out and pull it out.
And you're just going to have to accept it.
That's right.
And don't you even wrinkle your nose at it because you're going to be accused of being transgender phobic.
That's right. You better start liking some dick, pal.
And we're going to escort your ass right out of our club.
That's right. You better take a lap dance with some fucking balls on the chin. Get used to it. Hard cock in your face is part of your living now.
Yeah, and if you tip that girl with the pussy $5 and you don't tip the transgender one $5, it's unequal and you're going to be banned.
You're getting tossed right out of here by a gender-neutral bartender.
Right.
We're not going to tell you if the bouncer is a male or female, but they are tough. And I use they in the complete LGBT ABCDEFG term. You got it, pal.
Yeah. Now straighten up and fly right.
That's right.
Or left, as it were.
Now stick your dollar in that man's G-string.
Right.
And like it.
Graves said he believes the reason Colin's situation and other blackface scandals. What is it, a scandal?
No scandal with me.
Is Ted Danson still working these days?
Sure is.
Didn't he do blackface with Whoopi?
Hollywood. Excuse me.
Oh, he's a lefty.
Yeah, Hollywood.
Oh, well, that's excusable. Sorry, I forgot. I didn't mean to bring that up. Sorry, Ted.
Yeah.
Lefties are excused.
Get it right.
Anyway, Colin's situation and other blackface scandals have been seen as such swift justice is that black people in the U.S. have more political and economic power now. He said that the proliferation of the media on social networks and the internet compound the phenomenon, and he feels that's not always a good thing.
It's not ever a good thing.
It's never a good thing.
I was going to say, in what regard is it ever good?
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to ever work out good for anybody.
Nope. You are always going to go back and find something that someone did wrong. Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, no kidding.
Didn't even way back in the Bible it says he who's without sin cast the first stone?
That's right.
Isn't that something from the Bible?
Mm-hmm.
How good or bad is it that our society, how good or bad is it for our society? I'm not 100% sure. It's going to be hard to find perfect angels to do this job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there we go. Do you walk on water, sir? If not, you don't qualify for this position.
Mm-hmm. I just wonder if Jesus would be able to get a job.
Yeah.
He persecuted people.
Yeah, and he also cavorted with whores.
That's right.
He treated.
Well, that's okay. That's okay in the. Isn't that okay in the left side?
I don't know. Is it okay? Because I mean, look, they held up this Stormy Daniels as a figure of righteousness when it comes to Donald Trump.
Well, that's what I'm saying. She was a whore.
Yeah, but he cavorted with her, and they're making it out that he did a bad thing.
Jesus was a lefty, apparently.
Jesus also rode a Harley, at least according to Ugly Kid Joe.
That's right. Or a hot rod, as Primus told us.
Exactly. But to local activists, race matters.
That's right.
Friends RMF, the action taken to fire Collins was just the tip of the iceberg. Spokesperson Tracy Wilson Kleepkamp. Wow. Tracy Wilson Kleepkamp.
3 names?
Yeah, it's Kleekamp. That's her last name. Kleepkamp.
All right.
That Collins situation is a demonstration of anti-black culture that resides not only in their organization, but also in the Columbia Police Department, as was recently exemplified by the case of Lieutenant Brian Tate.
Well,
no association to the real Jeff Tate.
Yeah, or Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah, exactly. Wilson Kleepkamp was referring to an 18-year veteran of the Columbia Police Department who was caught making controversial and derogatory statements on Twitter.
Oh, good.
Exhibiting angst about police reform groups and what is this? Denigrating?
Spell that.
Denigrating. Denigrating? Denigrating people. Yeah, I can read. For their demographics. In January, according to the Columbia Tribune, Tate was placed on paid leave following the scandal, and afterwards was reassigned to a position with limited public interaction. He has since set He has since set his Twitter account to private.
A little late for that, bud.
What is this social media just ruling everything?
Mm-hmm.
Everything.
Yeah.
This whole thing started because this Collins guy, his Flava Flav outfit was found on Facebook. Now this other guy, he's on Twitter, and their jobs and their livelihoods and their positions and everything is all decided by their social media.
What cracks me up about it is the addiction to it, because it's so obvious that, look, every one of us that says crazy shit on social media knows that if we ever have to go hunting for a job, we're fucked. You know, every one of us knows. If you don't know, listen up and learn something, people. You're fucked because even if you do set it on private, you can use that Wayback Machine thing on online.
Yeah.
Pull up the old tweets. So you're never protected. So if you say stupid shit, there's only one way to protect yourself. Close your account.
Yeah, or don't comment on anything.
Yeah. You know, if you need it for family or some shit, okay, or you want to use the messenger or something, okay, that's fine. But even that's dangerous. Don't think it's not. We've read stories before about people sharing private texts. You know, if you say anything fucking a little left of center, you're asking for trouble these days.
Of course.
And if you're going to continue to do it, then don't be surprised when you get fucked by it. That simple.
Race matters. Friends say bravo to the MUPD for firing Collins. Wilson Klinkkamp said, but a loud boo hiss to the CPD for harboring and continue to keep Tate on the payroll despite his display of blatantly racist ideology using social media.
Yeah, it blatantly. You're not mentioning anything that he did anytime recent.
No.
Yeah, so stupid.
Another commenter said the offenses by both officers are abhorrent. This white guy dressed up like Flava Flav.
Kill him!
To say the departments need to do better is an understatement. In order for any kind of policing to be transformative, the leadership must take up an explicit organizational philosophy that is grounded in anti-racist values and practices. Collins' social media accounts have been reported deleted, and he could not be reached for comment.
Well, at least he didn't apologize.
Yeah.
Give him that. Good, fuck him. And you know, notice he's still getting paid. He didn't apologize, and he's still on the payroll.
Yeah.
How's that working for you? Don't apologize.
Yeah.
God.
So this guy dresses up like Flava Flav. Obviously, he wasn't doing it to be disparaging. He was just doing it because Flava Flav at one time, through MTV mostly, was a personality.
How about even I'm gonna take it the other way a little bit, okay?
Okay.
Even if he was being disparaging, okay?
Yeah.
Even if he thought, as most people do, that Flava Flav was an ass clown, is it fair to say that most people looked at Flava Flav as a clown figure?
Yeah, well, I did when I saw him on MTV.
Most people did not think of him as I mean, we all knew that he was in Public Enemy or whatnot, but most people didn't think of him in that run of MTV when he did Flava Love and all that shit.
Yeah, of course.
You know, they thought of him as kind of a goofball.
Of course.
So, as a goofball, it's still not racist. It's not racist to say that guy's a fucking ass and I'm dressing like an ass. You know, I'm assuming this is like a Halloween party or some shit?
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, he dressed in costume. He dressed up as Flava Flav and with the big clock around his neck and everything. At that time, people would go, oh, hey, you're dressed as Flava Flav. And that's probably the end of the story right there.
Yeah, look, the real end of the story should come from the fact that no one threw him out of the party.
No.
He went through the whole party and nobody said, racist, 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 get out of here. They just said, hey, cool, you want a drink?
Yeah.
You know, the tap's over there, friend.
And they'll go, hey, great Flava Flav costume.
Or a shitty one, whatever. We don't even know if it was good.
Yeah. You nailed it.
Yeah, it just reach to the past. Whatever. You know what? I'm glad I don't have to work in the fucking corporate world these days, because everything that I've done is fucking horrible. You know, by today's standard, I have lived a horrible, disgusting life. I don't fucking like liberals. I fucking like pussy. I don't like fucking dick. I don't want to fucking suck a dick. No, I don't have any inclination whatsoever to surround myself with fucking various genders of people. You know, I don't want any of the stuff that would make me fucking better with the left.
Right.
I just don't. And you know me, I'm not political guy anymore. I'm not left-right guy, but listening to the shit that they want you to fucking abide by to be okay or good in their world, they can go fuck themselves, man. I'm not willing to cave in on that. I'd rather be unemployed. And then I'll live off the system that they're handing me, you fucks. Cunts. Yeah, good point, Bobby. I was also in the Army. That's a bad thing these days, too.
Of course.
Having military service.
Oppression!
Mm-hmm.
You're an oppressor.
Yeah. I was probably mean to all my black counterparts, and I got promoted ahead of all of them. Stupid.
Here's another one keeping in line with all this.
All right.
A woman in a viral blackface picture says using the N-word was just a joke.
Oh, boy. What is blackface the new Confederate flag?
It is. It is. That's the hot topic today.
Is blackface.
Yeah.
Have you ever done blackface?
Yes, I have.
Have you?
As a kid.
What in what context?
Just
Halloween?
Just Halloween. It wasn't like I did this and went out in public like that and just said, hey, look at me, I'm trying to be black guy. What we would do as a kid is we would burn cork. Have you ever burned cork?
I have not.
Okay, you take a cork and we had gas stove, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you would just burn the cork and it would turn it into soot, more or less.
Okay.
And you could cork up your face with the black soot from a cork.
Okay.
And you could put on a black face.
Okay.
You know. So it wasn't like, look, I'm trying to be a disparaging character here. It was just, you know, I sympathize with Megyn Kelly.
Yeah.
When she said as a kid, for Halloween, if we were dressing up in character, I didn't see anything wrong with doing that.
Right.
You know, but it wasn't like something you did every day and you didn't go, hey, look at me, I'm trying to make fun of black people.
Right.
It's like this guy with the Flava Flav. You just like, hey, look, I'm being a character, Flava Flav. Oh, yeah, I recognize that character for MTV.
Mm-hmm.
You know, or the one that we had a few weeks ago where some girl was dressed up like Whitney Houston or something.
Right, sure.
It's like, look, I'm being Whitney Houston. Oh, yeah, you look like her in that video from whatever, you know.
Right.
I mean, you're just being a character. Mm-hmm. It's not specifically you're trying to be black. It's just like you're just dressing like, you know, it's no different than somebody, or let's just put it this way, even on TV today. You got various characters. Didn't what's that comic? He's got his own TV show today. That McDonald. Yeah, he was dressing up to be Colonel Sanders in the Kentucky Fried Chicken commercials.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because
That's
Colonel.
The problem now?
Well, no, I'm just saying that. Him dressing up like Colonel Sanders, he's playing a character.
Sure.
But if Colonel Sanders was black, would that be wrong if he tried to do the black part?
I think it's wrong because Colonel Sanders must have been a slave owner. And he fed his slaves chicken.
Yeah, well, but he also dressed in that white suit and that string tie, which obviously he looked like a plantation owner.
Damn right. And he said, Kunta?
And he was south of the Mason-Dixon line, so.
Right. But people love his chicken, so they don't.
Yeah, but my point is that he was dressing up in character.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
And nobody said, you're appropriating this Colonel Sanders look.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, no, I'm dressing up in character for the part.
Hollywood, dude. You're forgetting the key point, Hollywood.
True.
You're only allowed, look, from now on at Halloween, you're allowed to dress as yourself. That's what you're allowed to be on Halloween, yourself.
Right.
If you take a chance to put on any costume, you are rolling the dice these days.
You are, absolutely.
Doesn't matter what it is. If you put on a nurse thing, it's like, oh, I'll bet that's a white nurse, right? What's wrong with black nurses? If you do anything, you're fucking rolling the dice these days. That's why I keep preaching and preaching and preaching. Just look people in the eye and tell them to go fuck themselves.
Right.
Stop worrying about hurting people's feelings. These people are so fucking soft. If you haven't heard enough of these stories on the Classic Metal Show explaining how soft this fucking generation is, then you're a fucking retard. Because they're so soft that you should be able to growl at them and they'll fucking cower. So do it.
Well, last weekend, that girl, Caitlin Bennett, the gun girl of Kent State, she was downtown Akron. Or actually, she was downtown Kent last weekend.
Okay.
And it was, St. Patrick's Day, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so just as a goof, just to show the hypocrisy of how people are these days, she was down there at the different bars outside and interviewing people, and all these people got all this Irish gear on, and they're wearing shamrocks, and they're wearing green, and all this other stuff. And she was going around asking them, are you Irish? Yeah. No. Well, why are you down here? Don't you think cultural appropriation is wrong? Why are you dressed like an Irishman? Why are you celebrating St. Patrick's Day? Are you Irish?
Right.
And everybody was getting really pissed about it.
Right.
Because she was asking them, because, if it was, hey, are you, is this Kwanzaa? Are you black? How come you're not celebrating Kwanzaa? You know what I'm saying? It would have been a same thing. And some of the people were pretty cool about it. They go, no, I'm not Irish. You go, well, why are you down here? How come you're doing cultural appropriation?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's beer, man.
Yeah.
It's drinks, man.
Getting fucked up.
Yeah. And then some other people were just like, fuck you. Fuck you. Fucking bitch.
Yeah.
Yelling at her and stuff. And what's funny, though, is that she was down in downtown Kent, which is not a very big downtown area.
No, not at all. It's like one street.
Exactly. And it's so funny that people were down there. Get off of our campus. Nobody here likes you.
So?
And it's just like, well, first of all, I'm not on campus. I'm downtown on the city streets. Yeah. This isn't Kent State campus.
Yeah.
And you don't speak for everyone.
Yeah. And it's a state school. You're fucking allowed wherever you want to be.
Yeah, but she wasn't on campus, even if she was. But what I'm saying is she was in the streets of Kent.
She's over by the fucking place that I go and see shows and shit.
Exactly. And it's so funny because it's always the girls. It's never the guys. It's always the girls. Get out of here. Get off of our campus. Nobody likes you.
Yeah, well, meanwhile, their boyfriends are checking her out.
Of course.
She is kind of hot.
Yeah, she is cute. She's cute. She's funny. She's smart. And she's ballsy.
Yeah, she is ballsy.
She's ballsy, man. She doesn't stammer. She just walks right up. But I thought that was funny that she was just like, why are you down here? Why are you appropriating the culture of the Irish?
How funny is it that the two two of the four biggest loudspeakers for conservatives in the media are women.
Yeah.
Since which is odd because they keep saying how the right are the ones that are against women.
Yeah.
But the four unless I'm wrong, the four biggest names would be her, Tomi Lahren, Rush Limbaugh, and Hannity.
Yeah, and then you got Millie Weaver.
Millie Weaver, right?
And Laura Loomer.
Mm-hmm. Laura Loomer too, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting that everything that the other side says about the right basically is untrue.
It is untrue. Of course it is.
It's true.
Well, here was the point that was brought up today. As you know, the Mueller report was released yesterday or turned over to the Attorney General yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And basically the statement was made, there will be no indictments at all.
Wait a minute. No impeachment?
Nope.
No jail time for President Trump?
Nope.
You're kidding.
Nope.
They were so sure.
Well, here's now the point. Here's the point.
Yeah.
For the last 2 years,
mm-hmm.
mostly MSNBC and CNN has spread this idea that there was collusion.
Sure.
And that indictments were going to be handed down, that President Trump was going to be impeached, that he was going to be indicted, that this, that, and the other. It was just day after day for 2 years straight. Mm-hmm. And basically, this did not come to fruition as of yesterday, according to the Mueller report.
Okay.
How come they are now allowed, or why are they still allowed to be on Twitter, YouTube, and any other thing, not as conspiracy theorists?
That's a good point.
How come Alex Jones gets kicked off for being a conspiracy theorist, but CNN and MSNBC has been spreading this conspiracy for 2 years, but yet they're not getting kicked off?
Well, I would hope that Alex presents that as part of his argument in court.
See? But they more or less perpetuated this for 2 years. Mm-hmm. Oh, he's going to be indicted. Oh, this is a big turning point. Oh, a big bombshell was dropped today. Oh, this is the collusion. Oh, well, there was this going on behind the scenes, and this is what's going to happen, and the Mueller report is going to prove this, and all this and that, and the Mueller report comes out, and they said, yeah, there's nothing here.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest. This is the first I'm hearing of that.
Oh, yeah. Well, it came down yesterday, and it's just like, yeah, there's nothing here.
Okay. Oh, good. So all that money that could have gone toward the wall.
Yeah, millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah, that could have helped finance the wall.
Yeah.
That we have money for.
It's a barrier, dude, not a wall.
But we had to waste that money on what?
Nonsense.
On bullshit court allegations.
Of course.
Fun. Now, will the president sue the Democratic Party for his court costs?
Well, you would think so.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
That'd be great. Names Pelosi in the suit. That old rab.
Right.
I did see that didn't she say something like, "Oh, we're not going for."
Yeah, well, because she got the heads up that there's nothing in the report that's going to warrant, going after Trump for anything. And so, of course, now she's changed her tune. Like, yeah, we're not going to seek impeachment. He's just not worth it.
Okay.
In other words, yeah, we don't have anything to base our impeachment allegations on.
Try again.
But instead, it's like, yeah, he's not worth it. Fuck it. He ain't worth our time.
Oh well, whatever.
In other words, yeah, I have nothing to charge him with.
Well, they can get over it in 5.5 years.
Yeah.
He'll be out and someone else will be there, and It won't be in a year and a half. I can't imagine.
Nah.
Isn't it funny that the two leading guys for the other side are fucking old white guys that are allegedly the bad thing?
Of course.
Aren't white guys the bad thing?
They are the bad thing.
And aren't the leaders right now Biden and Crazy Bernie?
Pretty much.
Two old white guys.
Two old dudes that are like almost 80.
But that's exactly who they say are the problem.
Yeah, they're the white guys.
The old white guys.
Yeah.
Being held down by old rich white men. Well, what are those two? Old rich white men.
Of course.
Stupid fucking idiots. Oh my God. I don't pay much attention to politics, but the few glimpses I catch here and there just showcase stupidity like a Down syndrome kid in a fucking geometry class.
Of course.
It's just ridiculous.
I agree. All right, well, getting back to the blackface.
All right.
This lady worked for Amazon.
Okay.
Of course, social media plays a big part in this. Many on social media want Amazon to fire a woman for wearing blackface and writing the N-word on Facebook.
Uh-oh. She wrote the N-word on Facebook?
On Facebook.
Holy smokes.
But that employee is long gone, the company tells Yahoo Lifestyle. The former employee left the company in 2018 of April of 2018.
Okay.
An Amazon spokesperson tells the media about Jessica Rebella of Fall River, Massachusetts. Rebello and a friend recently wore painted black faces for a Facebook photo, writing, we the niggers of the house.
Oh my God. All right. I know this is gonna be controversial here, this opinion that I have.
Okay.
But I'm gonna say that she might or probably should have known better.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to agree with you there. It's just like, what is the purpose of that? Why are you doing that?
Even if it's what you believe, even if that's 100% your take on the fucking house, why in the world would you do that?
Yeah. Why are you doing that?
Why do you think that you're bigger than everybody else that has been fired for the same shit? Oh my God.
I know. On Tuesday, Rebello wrote, to all the ones not in my inbox with the racist comments, I apologize if you felt offended.
Oh, you already said the magic word to me. She apologized.
Yes, because that wasn't the intention behind the post, she wrote on Facebook. To those that are claiming racism, but yet you're in my inbox with racist comments toward all whites, next time don't assume things and do the same thing you're accusing me of doing, and you'll get the apology you were looking for, but I will not apologize for someone doing the same thing they're accusing me of doing.
So is her tired argument that she can say nigger because black guys do?
Yeah. If you can do it, I can do it. So don't expect me to apologize for doing it because you don't apologize for doing it, so why should I?
How old is this person?
I have no idea.
10? What an idiot.
Rebello said on Facebook that the N-word had multiple meanings per the Urban Dictionary.
Oh, stop it. Are you really going to go to your protective layer is semantics?
Yeah, the Urban Dictionary.
You know, it doesn't always mean dirty black man. It could mean something else.
Yeah. For all the people that want to claim there's only one meaning of the word and it's nothing more than a derogatory term towards blacks, she wrote, do yourself a favor and go to the Urban Dictionary because there's 10 definitions of the term and not all of them are racist.
All right, I'm going to say something back to her. Why don't you do yourself a favor and go to the common sense directory and look up why you're not there.
Right.
Because just because you can do it, you know,
Doesn't mean you should.
You know, there are some states that you can get married at 16. Doesn't mean you can do it in any state.
Right.
You know, it's not accepted these days. I'm not saying that it's right that it's not accepted. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be able to say whatever the fuck you want. I'm just saying that if you want to keep your job, keep it in your fucking mouth.
Right.
You dumb shit.
Giving two alleged examples, Rebello said her usage wasn't a racial dig, but just a joke. Later, she wrote the black substance on her and her friends' faces was a stupid charcoal mask, much like burnt cork, and that her 9-year-old daughter has been pulled into this bullshit.
The whole story is insane.
I know, people are dumb.
She's gonna show them.
Yeah,
that's what it is. And you know, deep down, see, this is a deep-seated racist. That listening to this chick, and you know, dude, you know how I am. I'm not against using words.
Right.
I think it's crazy to fucking run from words.
but if you're just using it just to inflame a situation, maybe you're better off not doing that.
Yeah, she is a deep-seated racist that is doing it 100% trying to fucking antagonize.
Of course, she's just trying to inflame. That's all she's doing.
She's not being funny. She's not being smart. It's not an intelligent joke or anything like that. She's just trying to get people pissed off.
Yeah, it wasn't just a gaffe on her part. She was doing this intentionally just to get under somebody's skin.
Yeah, exactly. And now that she did, now she's trying to backtrack from it because she doesn't have the fucking balls to stand up.
Right.
To stand up and say, yep, that's what I said. I mean, that's the answer is you just say, yep, that's what I said. You don't fucking try and justify it with fucking definition number 8 from the Urban Dictionary.
The Urban Dictionary, because that is the credible source of all dictionaries, the Urban Dictionary.
The Urban Dictionary. You're trying to justify it that's like saying, you know what, I'm going to justify something as factual because it said so on Wikipedia.
Right, exactly.
Dumb bitch. And I use the term bitch in the most mean way I possibly can.
Right.
Dope. God.
Again, this is what social media allows people to do.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I got a platform, and people are going to see my posts.
That's right. Stupid. I hate people.
Just dumb.
Yeah.
Hey, man. If you can do it, so can I.
Yeah. Na 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 na.
Exactly.
I said nigger too.
Right.
Na 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 na. Ugh. I hate her. I hate her more than I hate the people that are pretending that they're outraged by hearing this horrible word.
Right.
That is played in every rap song ever. You know, I hate her because she's an ass clown trying to cause trouble. It's something I've always said, and it goes both ways, I guess, is, you know, you're guilty. You're not guilty for what you do. You're guilty for what the person before you does.
Exactly.
You know, she makes us guilty because she's the fucking white chick that will rattle everybody in the black community's fucking chain to where the black community will be like, oh, those fucking white people, racists, hate us black people, don't oppress us, or they oppress us all the time. You know, it's people like this fucking cunt. It is.
I agree. I completely agree.
Oh, I hate her. All right, are we done? Can we go?
If you'd like to go, we can cut it short.
I think we're cutting it short.
I know you're in pain, so I won't drag your pain out anymore.
That's only 15 minutes, and 10 of that would be music. So whatever. I'm cutting out 5 minutes early.
That's fine, dude.
Yeah.
Go take care of your foot.
Yep, that's what I gotta do.
Yeah, go put a foot up somebody's ass.
Not this one. It hurt too bad.
All right, well, we're going to get out of here. We want to thank our friend Lance King for checking in with us tonight and be a part of the Classic Metal Show, as well as everybody who's tuned in and all the people who participated in the Motley Crue talk and everybody in the chat room and blah, 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 blah. You're all appreciated.
Yep.
And we're going to cut out of here, and we'll come back, and we'll do it next week. Hopefully Chris will be in a little better shape.
I don't know, although I think we did a good show anyway.
We did a good show tonight.
Now I'm going to take my cane and hobble my ass to bed.
Go watch some Netflix. Go watch that Motley Crue movie again.
I won't be doing that, but I'm definitely going to be taking a bag of ice and wrapping it around my Achilles tendon and my heel and watching something on Netflix for the next half hour to an hour while I freeze this fucking pain out of my foot.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, I'm going to go watch some Netflix. I think I'll probably watch something that isn't the Motley Crue movie.
Yeah.
And
anything other than that.
Yeah, I'll never watch that movie again.
Probably not. I probably won't either.
It was garbage.
Yep, it is what it is. Okay, watched it. Thank you for making it, Netflix. We appreciate the $75 you spent on the casting and the $150 on the staging and the $20 million that you gave Motley Crue.
Exactly. All right, well, I'm going to end with some Dokken. Surprise, surprise.
Okay. Shocking.
And I'm going to end with, I'm going to dedicate this to you, Chris. Right. I want to dedicate something from Under Lock and Key.
Okay.
And this is to you and your sore foot.
All right.
Will the sun rise when it's over? So here's Dokken. So until next Saturday night, this is Neely along with my very good friend
Chris Aiken.
And we'll see you.
Bye, kids.